So this is the road going down to Swains Lock. It's definitely safe to say that this is not a rough area, as most of the houses in this area are well over $1 million. So it's not like we're in the middle of Nashville or Baltimore or somewhere that's a crime area. This road's a bit wider than I thought it was going to be too. I thought it was going to be almost touching the sides of the car, so that's good. As expected, parking lot's got quite a few cars in it. Hikers and bikers, I guess. Hopefully we can find a space. The river looks like it's swollen at that first glance. Okay, that might be a space. Is that disabled there?
Mm-hmm.
There's one on the end there. Okay. So we parked. Reserved for Canal Quarters guests. I don't know what that is for. But the river is a little bit surprising. Or the canal is very low, should I say. I don't know whether that's usual, but that's not fishable. Okay, well, it might be a little bit more promising. So the canal on this side is looking a lot better. Okay, cool. I was a little worried then. Well, it's quite shallow, it's very clean, but it may be fishable. Ooh. I just saw something move just then. It'd be interesting to see whether we can get a float rod out there or something, but there's definitely life in there. Okay. Let's go a little bit further down this canal and see if it's fishable. So, looks like the canal is a lot shallower than we thought. It's really clear, very clean, but I took a little walk down here. I mean, it's deep enough for a canoe to go down, I think. I can see a deeper section through the middle. I mean, it's fishable. We could put a float out there, put some corn out, and just see how we go. Alright, let's go look at the campsite.
It's cold out here.
It is a little nippy, but yeah, at least it's warm enough. Well, we could take sleeping bags. Oh, there's somebody camping there right now.
You and Adam could sleep together.
We're going to have to.
Snuggle up.
Tracy's trying to say that we're going to have to be gay.
You already are. When you two are together.
It's terrible.
Body heat.
Buddy system.
What a picnic down here.
Yeah. So there is already somebody camping down here, so...
Nice bathrooms.
Yeah, good shitters. So, look like they're maybe packing up. So, we'll go ask them a question if they're approachable. So I guess that's the overflow from the river, which should really be closed so that the canal fills. So we're really looking for a spot next to the water that we can fish. Trash cans are not provided, so take your trash with you. Swains Lock. Day use area, 5 overnight campsites. It is what? They're what?
They're tent.
Well, I figured that.
I didn't because we're there, so I didn't even know.
So there's one site. So you could put, I guess, a couple of tents here. That looks quite good. But this is a separate split on the river. But I still think this could be fishable. Always fish the margins. And you can still get down to the water here. I quite like this. I mean, it's the first swim, so I guess we've got a lot, but it could be affected by the tide, but at least there's somewhere to get down to net the fish, which is obviously quite important. But there is a way of getting down anyway. Hi, how are you? You been fishing here for a few days, or you just got here?
No, even now. Yeah, we just got here yesterday. Just heading out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you did one night.
Yeah.
How was it?
Wet.
Wet? Did it rain all night?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you camped here before?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping to come in a couple of weeks. We're going to go fishing here and camping here for a couple of weeks.
Totally.
So I'm just checking it out, see if it's too wet or. So when it rained in the night, did the water run off or did it pool?
No, it ran off. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. All right. This is definitely a better swim here, but getting down to the water might be harder, so we're going to need a long landing net to pull stuff in, but maybe we could cut a step into it, maybe, but it'd be harder to land fish in here. But there's definitely room for, I think it's going to be Snag City. There are a few snags. Thinking the river's probably quite low. Right. Another grill there, another picnic table. Ground's really nice and flat. Definitely good for camping. There's plenty of room. Oh wow, and that's just number one. Because this is site number 2.
Oh my gosh, these are huge.
So, that whole area is campsite number 1. This one here is campsite number 2. And you have all this area. I mean, we could definitely bring the kids and that down here. There's tons of room. Because if you look over here, that is campsite. Let's see if I can get this to work. There's number 3 and number 4.
And there's some that's back that way too.
Oh yeah, so there's some over that side too. But as far as waterside, there's plenty of room for us to get in as far as tents and stuff. So let's see about this peg. The usual typical grills that we're used to using.
You can get foil or something on that.
Yeah.
And there's a grocery store that's just right up the road.
Oh, you saw one as we
Yeah.
drove? Oh, when we drove through the
Safeway.
town.
Yeah.
Here's a fire pit, look.
So I said there's a grill and a fire pit here.
Oh, that's great. There we go, got a fire pit there. So let's see how this peg looks. There's actually space to stand here. Oh, hold on. Okay.
Been a few that saw some fishing line there.
Yeah, on every single one of these, you see bobbers lot in that one as well. Okay. So I'm definitely impressed with the campsite, considering it rained last night, and the couple I just spoke to, they said if it hadn't rained, everything would have been good. Not that it flooded anywhere, but they come for one night's camping and then it rained, so. You coming this way? So this site looks a little bit more used. There's no grass. Okay. There are hikers walking by, and runners and cyclists. A little bit of trash, but could be worse. You could be on Beast and Weir and picking up shit ton more trash. So let's have a look at this peg. So there is access. Oh, this is good. Not so good for casting. You were worried about that. But, I don't know. Fish the margins, you know. And you can get down to the water. Oops, shit. Water's clean. Yeah, might be just worth for the margins. You don't have to throw as much corn out. I could still fish that if it was the only spot. So this is number 3, right? Again, has a fire ring and
So this is number 5.
so that one was number 4.
Did you see that sign on the table?
No, what did it say?
To prevent this table from being lost due to flooding, it is anchored down.
Oh. It's probably to stop people breaking their backs trying to move it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Alright, so this is number 5. Let's go have a look at this swim. There's another firing there. So no camping beyond that point. So hold on. No camping beyond there. So we're at the number 5. Oh, that's fishy there though. Ken, you could set your pod up here. There's trees again overhanging, but you can find gaps between the trees to cast out, I think. I still think it's fishable. Like where Tracy's standing now. There's a big gap between the trees here. So you can cast there and then take the rods under the trees. We can even get down to the water in a way, if we had to. Again, the river could be higher up or lower. Of course, we can always put the boat in as well. I'm going to go look at this last swim. See if we can fish further up. Okay, so no camping beyond that log. So you could cast here. And you could still walk further up. So this is part of this campsite, and I guess you could maybe like it further up here because it's more remote. So this actually might be the better option. It's more remote. You're going to get less people coming visiting here, less traffic as far as people, apart from one weed smoker. But these pegs look a little bit more fishable. There is another one there. But I just like the way that the ground's worn here. We could put 3 or 4 tents up. We've got a little bit more available bank space to actually walk up and play the fish if you want to as well. Yeah, we can basically take the whole of this site . So, this one must be 5. So that's campsite number 5. I guess this one here is number 4. There's nothing to say that we can't have one each. Oh, hold on. No. This must be number 3. It is. This is number 3. Number 5 is that one over there. So the picnic table, I guess, is the site. Okay, and then 4's back here. But in my opinion, it's too far away from the water. Maybe good for the kids because it's not too close to the water, but I think 3 and 5 are the better ones. I prefer to go to 1 or 2, but there's just not as much option to fish, I guess, unless you're in the margins. So I guess what I'm saying is it's doable It rained last night, so it's a little muddy down here. So we're going to have good boots on and stuff. But it's not a quagmire. It's not Swamp City. It's doable. It's going to be beautiful down here in summer. All the leaves are green, and gonna have to get here early, I think, as well. For parking space. But I'll have to see. Hopefully coronavirus will keep people away as well. A couple of backpackers in Caggles. I'm sure once the rivers or the canal's filled up, it'll be nice, but the other side we'll have to see. So that's campsite 1. It's a big site. And then 2 is right next to it, and then 3, 4 and 5. So, what's your verdict on the toilets?
It's a porta-john.
Is it clean?
Considering, yeah, that it's out here, it's not too bad.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like the seat or nothing was like really bad. I mean, it wasn't like the seat or nothing was like really bad. I mean, it wasn't like the seat or nothing was like really bad.
The seat was really bad?
It wasn't.
Okay. So they're doable then?
They're doable. And they do service on them. Somebody just cleaned it on Friday.
Okay, good. Well, that's good then.
But make sure you bring me some wipes or something to sanitize your hands.
Okay.
So I'm headed to the party to sanitize it.